G'day comrades subscribers. Somewhere different today because of this beast. So this is a Sharp MZ-80B, which is from their business line. So in the MZ range, there was the 80K, which was the original one. Came as a kit originally, I think. Text only apparently. So you had the 80K, the 80C, the 80A, then MZ 700, 800 and 1500, which added colour graphics apparently. But this is the 80B, which is from their business line. So we had the 80B, the 2000 and the 2200. So this particular machine, as you can see, built-in screen, built-in data recorder or cassette recorder or whatever. Notice there's no physical keys because it's an intelligent tape recorder. So you've got soft keys, I guess. No, soft keys are not physical keys, are they? Anyway, it's an intelligent one. So the computer controls it, not you yourself. Which means that if the computer's not working, which in this case this one isn't, you can't open the cassette recorder. Anyway, so the other interesting aspect about this is it doesn't actually have any programming language or any language built in. It's got a 2K IPL, initial program loader, and the idea is that you have to load BASIC or something from tape or disk if you've got a disk interface. So, so what are the specs? So it's got a 2K ROM, initial program loader, 2K character generator ROM, 8K of graphics VRAM, 2K of character VRAM apparently, and 32K RAM, so base. Yeah, so lots of expansion on the back. Let's actually reposition, so it's a bit better. So we've got a couple of buttons. So we've got a reset button, so that's like a warm reset. And then we've got an IPL reset, so initial program loader. So that I think is basically a cold reset, resets everything back. Lots of expansion here. So this is where you'd have, say for example, a floppy disk, DB37 popping out. You'd have the graphics, you can get an 8K VRAM expansion, RS-232, IO printer, and EEPROM. So you can have some, well, ROM board, so you can have BASIC and ROM, I guess. So that's about it really. Then you've got controls for the screen. I have tried powering it on, so 100 volts, obviously because it's Japan. I have tried powering it on, but unfortunately nothing, not even anything on the screen. So I'm going to have some work cut out for me by the looks of it. Keys, basically I'm going to have to pull the whole thing apart because the keys do get a little bit stuck. We'll have a closer look at them. But yeah, so I've got a few ideas what I want to do with this fellow. First of all, I need to convert the power supply. The power supply generates plus minus 5 volts and 12 volts. So I should just be able to throw in a Meanwell power supply, convert it to 240 pretty simply, depending on what space there is. And I want to add some expansion cards like ROM and things like that. So I've got the service manual which has got schematics. So I'm drawing up some schematics in KiCad, see if I can make my own. But yeah, obviously also I need to figure out why it's not working. So as I say, there's no beeping, there's nothing on the screen, nothing at all. So it could be something simple like maybe a fuse, but we'll have to open it up to find out. Before I pull it apart too much, let's have a keyboard's okay, but like I said, some of the keys are getting stuck, so definitely going to have to give it a good clean. It looks like there is, I'm not sure if it's metal or not, because there's a little bit of corrosion, so it could be a metal case. It's heavy enough for a metal case. That was the case, I'd probably get it repowder coated, but the problem is I would lose all the legends there. So that key's stuck. So it looks like I've got my work cut out for me, but I'm looking forward to getting this fellow up and running again. Pretty neat little machine. But yeah, need to figure out how to pull it apart now. Right, figured out how to open it. These two screws here, and up it goes. And this one actually stays there, but you can also do this. Okay, all right, so graphics RAM there, and looks like we've got expansion RAM, so I think it's 64K then. This is where the expansion unit would go, so I don't have that. Power supply, but just looking at some of the chips, so I'm not surprised why it's not working. Looks like it's been exposed to a bit of moisture. So I'm going to have to pull the whole thing out, I think, and see what's going on. There's the power supply, so hopefully I can just replace this. Let's see. So here we go. Rather crusty. This is my second Japanese computer that's had this sort of water damage. Tsunami maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so this is I'm a bit confused by the RAM actually. So this is the 32K internal expansion. So I've kind of loosened it before. So that doesn't look too bad. I'll probably replace the decoupling capacitors. And this is the original one. It's a 4116. So I'm a bit sure. So I've seen some say that there's 16K built in, but that's 2 banks of 16. So that's 16K and that's 30. So that's 32K. So it's a 64K computer. But that all looks rather crusty as well, doesn't it? It's socketed, but you know, if the sockets have got problems, so yeah, it's dynamic RAM, so I can't just replace it with a 62256 static RAM. I'm gonna have to have a think about that. Although I can, just buy replacements. But all these other socketed chips, okay, can be replaced, but if the sockets are damaged, that capacitor definitely needs replacing. So I think replace all the electrolytics. Mainly seems to be the socketed chips that have got the problems. What I like about Japanese boards is how well they're labeled. So you can see here we've got the character generator ROM. So there'll be, is that 2K ROM? SRAM. Is it SRAM? 2K? Not sure. That's not SRAM. I'll have to have a look. 8253. Is that a programmable timer? There's the boot ROM. So this sort of stuff I can just burn a new copy. 8255, so that'll be like the interface adapter, isn't it? And PIO, Z80 terminology, and the Z80 down here, obviously. Yeah, so the board is actually bonded to this metal frame. You can see we've got some soldering, so that's not a problem, just desolder that. And got some little tabs there, and I'll be able to get the board out and give this a clean. The case also is metal, so I could get that sandblasted and like powder coated, but looks like there's going to be a bit of work to see if I can get this thing working. See if I can get these chips out. Let's try the Z80. Just get in there. Doesn't sound. It's not sounding very good. Maybe need to. What do I need to get? Deoxit. Not a problem. I can always replace these with these chips anyway. Probably best thing to do, replace it. Almost out. There we go. Well, I lost a bit of a leg. But yeah, I wouldn't really try to reuse that. Oh yeah, I'm going to pull the sockets out as well, I think. So yeah, all right, I'm going to pull all the chips out that I can and get the board out and give it a clean and see what it looks like. I just got the last one to do. Should be enough to come out now. A little bit more. Okay, so do I have a look? Should be enough to come out. Just a little bit stuck, I guess. What's up there? Oh, hang on, what's up in the corner? Nothing special up in the corner. Just a little bit stuck, I guess. There we go. Maybe because of the rust as well along the back here. There we go. Okay. Circuit board is out. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely have to, because some of these, for example, the chip legs got stuck when I was pulling it out, so I definitely need to, but that's going to take me a long time, especially for the RAM, having to desolder it all. So I think I'm just going to give the board a clean first, see how it comes up, and then start from there. So I have removed that dodgy capacitor there. Probably worth changing all the, like I said, all the ceramics as well. Okay, nothing's ever easy here. Okay, so this is the result of the first clean. I've just used cream cleanser. Still a bit of some marks on there, so I'm going to have to figure something out. But I even have to replace the crystal. But anyway, let's get one of these sockets off and have a look what it's like underneath. So I think I'll probably have to take all the sockets off and then give it another clean. So even little things like, looks like the resistor array, I don't know if you can really see it, a bit of rust in there as well. So I think pretty much everything except a couple of resistors I'm going to have to replace. So it might be worth seeing if I can get a new board. Anyway, let's try and get one of these sockets off. Let's see how that goes. So it looks to have gone pretty well with the solder sucker. Let's see how. Of course, the problem is always if there's any pads on this side. I'll lift them up. Okay, seems to have come out pretty cleanly. So I just got a couple there, just to pull out. Just pull those out with tweezers. Like so. The ground, is it? No, it isn't. There we go. So, yeah, I think it'd be good just to take the rest of them off. So this is going to take me a while. So I think we will continue in part 2. So the plan is remove all the sockets that I can, replace the capacitors, electrolytics, and probably the ceramics as well. Resistor network there. And then obviously I need to have a look at the power supply as well. That's another aspect. But let's get the board done first. So hopefully that was of some interest. I'm looking forward to getting this working, hopefully, amongst all the dozens of other projects that I have on my mind. But let's see. Okay, bye for now.